Hi, 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 hi. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're seeing this video. So, I want to just make a very straight to the point video this morning. Yeah, it's morning over here in Nigeria, in River State. So, I want to make a very short video this morning, and like what you can see from the description button is basically 5 ways to plan your day, or 5 ways to make your plan work, or five ways to this type of things. Remember, this channel is about personal development, things that can help you in your personal life, in developing and in achieving those personal goals you set for yourself, academically, spiritually, socially, otherwise. So guys, let's go ahead for it. So the truth is that I've gotten questions, a lot of questions, like grateful, value mama, how do you do it? um you get busy, and then you kind of seem to achieve a lot of things in a day. So how? These questions have been asked by a lot of people in my inner circle, mostly my mentees, and I want to answer it here now. The truth is that there's no hard and fast truth to it. It's just getting things done. So the first thing I would say is, number one, being intentional. I always tell people, days when I wake up and I'm just lying on the bed, I'm just lazing around, I'm clueless on what to do, it's because I did not sleep with anything in mind. Like, there was no, if I sleep, if I wake up, I'm going to do this and this. No, I just slept, and I was like, if I wake up, whatever I want to do, I'll do, stuff like that. So there was no intentionality in it. So number one, be intentional. If you want to do something, have it at the back of your mind that so and so time I'm going to do this particular thing. I want to, in fact, you don't even need to put a time to it yet. Just be intentional about what you want to do. I said number one, be intentional. Number two, before this number one thing you must have before you start talking about planning is a jotter. I have a journal. I could call it a mini diary, not totally a diary, because sometimes I give people to go through it to see how I plan myself and how I organize my day. So you could get a journal, a jotter, a diary, or anything like that, and have it. So after being intentional, the next thing is standing up to plan. You see this, and I said now, you're saying, yeah, that's what you're talking about. So what's special about standing up to plan? You want to plan, you're intentional about it, and you've not taken any action. It's going to be very difficult for you to do anything. The best way to stand up to plan, in a position that is going to be that is going to help you do what you want to do. Do you understand? I mean, you don't want to, okay, let's say you want to go to school. You're going to go to school the next day, you're being intentional enough, but when you lie on your bed throughout, you're not standing up to prepare, you're not preparing. So for you to plan, you need to prepare. That's what I'm saying. So number two, you prepare. So how do you prepare? Before you go to bed, if you want to plan for the next day, sleep with your journal by your side. This is if you're just learning how to start planning your day, because if you're not learning how to start planning your day, it's already registered in your mind that before you sleep, you plan yourself, you write down what you have to do. So when you wake up, you just pick up your journal from wherever it is. But if you're not yet used to this, it's going to be difficult for you to be very consistent in doing this until you have a cue. So a clue is something that is going to help you, that when you just look at it, you remember what you have to do. So you prepare, have your journal by your side, by your bedside before you sleep. Number three, put a time to what you want to do. So I don't just say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this tomorrow, I'm going to do this tomorrow. It makes it look like, yes, I'm a little bit organized when I do that, but at the same time, it gives room for procrastination. So I'm going to go to church, I'm going to read my book, I'm going to talk to someone, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. These are all the things I want to do tomorrow. So the normal human mind is going to be like, you're going to be very busy tomorrow, you might not be able to achieve all that. But that's a lie. You have 24 hours. And most times you're not even as busy as you think when you allocate time to what you have to do. So in your journal, I might share a piece of my journal on this screen, like a picture of it on this screen, so you understand what I'm saying. So you don't just say, I'm going to go to church, I'm going to do this, I'm going to sleep, I'm going to read. I'm going to go to church. When you go to church from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm sorry, I'm starting from the ending part of the day, but I'm just trying to prove a point. I'm going to read from, put a time to it. I'm going to wash plate from, put a time to it. Then when you put a time to it, the next thing is this: make room for miscellaneous, when I mean miscellaneous, things that could just come up. So cut yourself some slack. Don't say, I'm going to sleep from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. and I'm to 12 p.m. rather, and then I'm going to read from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. We know you're not going to do that because you might not just wake up by that 12 p.m. and carry book to read. How about saying I'm going to sleep from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. and maybe read from 12:30 instead of 12 p.m. or instead of 12 a.m. again? I don't even understand. Cut yourself some slack. Give room for things that could just happen without your planning for it or without it being in your plan. So that when you don't start at that exact time, or when you don't, let me say you finish doing one thing before you start with the next thing, the time has already cut in. What happens is you become discouraged. So when you give yourself that time lag, it's going to be easy for you to still meet up with the time for what you want to do. The next thing I'm going to say is this: keeping to plan. Keeping to plan is not just enough writing down your journal. Start a day. See what I mean? Say today I'm going to follow my journal, every single thing. When I make a plan in a day and people want to talk to me, people who know me very well, they are going to be like, Rachel, can I talk to you today? And I'm like, oh no, it was not in my plan today. I'm kind of trying to stick to that plan. Now, accept is very important. If not, they're going to be like, I know it's not in your plan, but can you make room for me? And I'm like, no. See, this is going to help you to be disciplined. Don't give room for every externalities that comes up that is outside your plan. Book appointments with people. When people want to talk with you, when people want to chat with you for something very serious, don't just say, okay, I'm available. People want you to visit, okay, let's go. No, that's not what you should do. For someone who wants to work with a plan, you need to be very disciplined. So stick with the plan. Anything that is not in your plan should not be done that day, except it is very important. So that means the day before, or when you're fixing appointments with people, have your journal. You have a schedule. You're a big man, you're a big woman. Tell them, wait, let me check my schedule for the next day. If there's any place, or you tell them, no, my schedule for the next day is taken already, add it to the upper day. Hello, start living the type of life you want to live when you make it tomorrow. Stop forming, hey, I never start anywhere. Start somewhere. Because if you don't start doing these things now, it's going to be difficult for you to master it when you start, getting too busy in the formal setting. Then the last thing is this: there's something we call habit stacking. Habit stacking is such that it's going to allow you. Let's say you have to read every day. You have to read a particular book every day, but at the same time you press your phone every day. Or at the same time, there is something that you just do, is a habit already. You just do that thing every day. You already know it. So what you do is this: because you already know there is something you do every day, whether you plan for it or not. Keep that thing aside. What time do you do that thing? If you don't have any particular time, set a plan for it that you know that you must do it. Now, you see those plans you want to do. Let me say you want to read your book, and reading your book is part of your daily plan, and you know that you might not just read your book, you might not just have the vibe. Habit stack. What I mean by habit stacking is that thing that is already a habit. Tell yourself, I'm only going to do it after I've done so and so thing. Let me say reading is a problem for you. I'm going to only press my phone. I'm only going to be on WhatsApp after I'm done reading this book from so and so time to so and so time. It will help you to keep, it's just like giving your body a reward system. This is something your body or system wants to do or loves doing. And you're like, I'm going to only do this after I've done this. What you're going to do before you do that habit is what you should do. Like, it's part of what is in your plan. So it's habit stacking. It's trying to build your system to adjust to what you have to do and not just to what you love doing. This is something that also helps me in planning. I don't even understand what I'm saying. Then I said that's the last one, but pardon me, this is the final last one, guys. The final last one is this: make room for things you love doing and things you cannot do without. Let's not deceive ourselves. There are things that you know that even if you say you will not do it, you will finally do it. Let me say, for instance, personally, I love pressing my phone. I love being on WhatsApp. Not just pressing phone, I love being on WhatsApp, or I love coming online. So let me say, in my day-to-day plan, I could just say I'll be online from so and so time to so and so time. Or what I said was, if I'm doing what I have to do at a particular time and I have to be online, nothing would make me to be on WhatsApp for more than 10 minutes when I'm doing what I want to do. I set alarm. Whenever I want to leave, let me say I'm reading my book and a chat pops up, I set an alarm immediately, or I just check the time. once it's 10 minutes, I'm out of WhatsApp until I'm done with what I want to do. When I'm done with what I want to do, I now maybe have time for WhatsApp or whatever, or I fix even WhatsApp time in my own day-to-day schedule, or stuff like that. These things are things that would help you to plan your day, and you would not be confused. You would not be confused. You will not just be doing anything as it comes up. That is one importance of planning. So guys, I want you to hit the subscription button right now if you've not subscribed. Then I want you to comment in the comment section. Drop your comment. Tell me, how much planning have you been doing? How has it been helping you? What do you think you need to work on? What do you think you still want us to talk about? I remain Value Mama. I remain grateful, Value Mama, and I'm always here. The next time we're going to be meeting, we're going to be discussing some very spicy topic on relationship, and you don't want to miss it. So turn on the notification bell and follow me up for more lively updates. Welcome to my family again if you're just joining, and I'm glad to have you.